There is a beautiful bleakness about West Virginia in winter. The mining jobs are gone, the coal seems as empty now as the lives of those once underground workers who see Trump as their only hope.
There's a lot of abandoned mines here in Upshur County.
Nothing left?
Very little, no.
Jerry Arnold works with the mayor of Buckhannon, and together they take us to this abandoned tip. Both men are well aware that painful memories will resurface when one particular man takes a seat in Donald Trump's cabinet. He's the man chosen to be Commerce Secretary, Wilbur Ross. In the early 2000s, Mr. Ross's company, the International Coal Group, bought this mine in West Virginia. In 2005, federal inspectors noted more than 200 safety violations here. By then, International Coal Group had made Mr. Ross more than $200 million. In January of 2006, there was an explosion here, and 12 miners suffocated and died.
After the disaster, an emotional day for the Sago mine families, demanding answers about the tragedy.
It would be 10 years before Dave McCauley became mayor of Buckhannon, but he, like so many in the community, was part of the rescue operation.
It's chilling to think that just 11 years ago, that close by, a dozen of our residents lost their lives. And it's also sort of a ghostly kind of a feel that this was such a vibrant place, a lot of activity, so many people worked here, and now there's nothing.
Buckhannon is as Trump as it gets. 76% in Upshur County gave him their backing. And it's not just because of the jobs that went, but also because of the despair that arrived in the form of cheap and highly addictive drugs. On the mayor's website, alongside New Year's messages, what they're calling the saddest story in West Virginia. The mayor's son is one of those who's addicted.
Heroin was cheaper than beer.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
So raw are the memories of that January day 11 years ago, you might think that Wilbur Ross would be reviled in this area. A billionaire who gave $2 million to be shared between 13 families. $154,000 for each of the 12 lives lost at the mine and the one survivor. But his past is irrelevant, they say, if he, and indeed any of Trump's team, can provide Upshur County with a future.
So he's now running a big government department. He's a friend of Donald Trump. Is he a friend to you guys here at all?
He would be deemed to be a friend to many in our community, I suppose, notwithstanding the tragedy.
If mining is resurrected under Trump, and he says he will put the miners back to work, they believe here that jobs could bring prosperity, that added wealth could end the cycle of welfare, drugs, despair, and abandonment. David Foster, TRT World in West Virginia.